Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the HOOT. This is a special edition because we got the British Esports Student Champs on Sunday, and today I'm joined by Jake, who's a regular on the HOOT, but this time we've got Ace as well, Yestin, one of our DPS players, to basically talk about how it's been this year with the Owls in Overwatch, and just to look back at how they've got here and talk about the previous years with the Owls. So starting off, Jake, how's it been this year with the Owls for the Overwatch?
It's been different, mainly because we've had some new players come in, and one of the biggest things being, for me personally, is changing roles, going from the main top player to the only tank player on the team. But I feel like the team is on par with last year's and maybe even stronger because we're communicating so well, and we have all the main cores that we need as a team, and it's working extremely well.
Yeah, and one thing, obviously, you two have stayed with the team for quite a few years, and as I said, new players come in, and I think has improved in some way, and it's quite good to see that. We were so close last year, getting to the final. Obviously, some people have left, but some people come in and continued that journey. What do you think, Gaston? What do you think of this year?
Well, yeah, it hasn't changed much from last year, in my opinion. Besides, transition into Overwatch 2, like what Jake said with the tank change and stuff like that. But we've kept the same core of players. We've kept 4 of our players from last season. Me, DPS, Zach with DPS partner, Kane, our flex support, and Jake is now a tank. So we kept the same core, and we added a new addition, 1101, onto our main support, and he was fine transitioning into our team. We already knew each other a long time, so we just pretty much progressed from last season, really. So yeah, so far so good.
Because you could say the spine has stayed the same. Obviously, we've got 3 players from last year: you, Yestin, you, Jake, and Kane. So the spine there, and we've had. And because of Overwatch 2 being just 5 now as well, meant that we didn't have to find a 6th player, even though we've got a great reserve in Riggers, if need be. But yeah, I'm looking forward, and this season's been great, isn't it? It's been a fantastic season. So I think I'm correct to say you've haven't lost a map this year, I think.
Yeah, that's
not yet, no.
Yeah,
hopefully that continues Sunday as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, one thing I was looking at quite interesting is obviously when we first started playing with the Owls, first year you got to the quarter-final, I think, or was it the group stages?
No, we didn't even get out of the group stage.
Didn't even get out of the group.
No. When we first started, we were like a bunch of. Well, our highest rank was Jake. He was a platinum tank player. The rest of us were like golds, silvers. We didn't know what we were doing really. We just got together. Started playing Overwatch. We found out that Overwatch is probably the most popular game. At that time. So we had the players. We had 2 teams to start off, and 12 players. And we weren't really good. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just playing Overwatch. And I remember we lost to Newport at the start. We didn't even get in the groups.
I don't think I can remember those early days, but I think I remember the first game first season I remember was when you got to the quarterfinals, and we were against second year. I think we were up against Crosshairs. And I think I remember exactly where I was actually. It was in room 1, and I think I was stress
One of
eating.
our players got delayed. So
I remember that. Yeah, Kiwi, and I think I was stress eating in the corner, and I just couldn't cope.
Well, even at that time, we didn't really know what we were doing. I don't think we ever scrimmed. Not even that season. I don't think we ever scrimmed. The only time we played was just on a Wednesday. That was it, really.
Yeah.
We got a little bit better though. That season, I remember we started going up the ranks a little bit. We were going from silver, gold, plat players to plat diamond players at that time.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit better. That's how we got to the quarterfinals. We just abused pharmacy the entire time.
Yeah, it was just
pharmacy abuse. Because we had one of our players was Corollas. He was a Mercy one trick So
Yeah.
we just abused pharmacy and that got us to the quarterfinals.
Yeah. It's just looking back to the players we've had, isn't it? It's just crazy to think, like Carolus on Mercy. We've had some like Rompy on Mercy as well, and it's just going through the list of players we've had. It's crazy, isn't it?
Damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any obviously apart from this Sunday's final, guys. Any highlights, or is this the highlight for you now?
I think my highlight is being able to play 4 different roles from my entire time in there. I went, what was it? Because it was like started on right. No, I had on Zarya, like off tank. Then I went to main tank. Then I went to flex support. Back then to main support. Stayed main support for a year. Then went back to just tank. So it's like I've done almost everything. The only one I didn't do was damage, which is because there was already good damage dealers there, so I didn't need to do that.
I think it's a case of you play to your strengths, isn't it? So obviously, obviously if you're looking at this year with the Owls, for example, with the Overwatch team, it was so difficult to get a place in the Overwatch team because you were finalist last year, and it was a case of we had really one space, really, isn't it? Because of Overwatch 2 with one less player, we really had one space, and Reece Lemon took that support place, and he's done great, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Well, last season, the 2 players we lost were both tank players.
Yeah.
And so we had this discussion about like, okay, what we're going to do about the tank role, and Jake had experience playing tank before, and he's gone tank
Back
to
into
GM
it.
level. So he gave it a go. He tried it out and he really enjoyed it. So we just looked for a main support, and that's when we realized, Reece Lemno won, and his Lucio, is probably his best hero. And it fit in nicely.
Yeah, because obviously we're a college team, and obviously every year we could have different players, but it would have taken something special to, for example, replace Zach. For example, you can't really, can you? Unless we had someone from the Overwatch League join the college for some reason. There was no chance of changing any of the players, to be honest. And that's probably why we've done so well, because we've kept the same team for the last couple of years. Instead of like other teams maybe lose players, we've kept them, we've grown steadily, and it shows obviously looking at group stages, quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, and then this Sunday hopefully go on the next step up, hopefully. But it just shows we have kept growing, which is great.
Yeah, I think one of the big changes that happened in the Owls was probably 2 seasons ago when we got to the semis, and halfway through the season we had Joe. He was a tank player, and he came in. He was a controller Reinhardt player, actually, and that season we were close. We lost 3-2 in the semis, so we could have made it finals.
I'm trying to think who. Oh, I remember that now. That was the
Braintree.
Braintree, and it was. I remember that. I remember exactly where I was that time as well. That was.
It was tough because they had a really good wrecking ball team. They were really good, and that was their go-to. They played out the entire season. But we had a decent team then. We had Spooktoon on sub-flex support.
That's it. Yeah.
We had Rompy on support as well. We had me and Poggers. Poggers was a really good hit scan player.
Yeah.
I really loved his hit scan at the time. But it was really good.
It's just crazy going through the players again. It's just wow. Wow, that's fantastic.
Last season was the biggest change, in my opinion. Actually. Because last season Joe said he wanted to take the game a little bit more serious, and he only joined halfway through the season prior to that. But going into last season, he brought this kind of change in mentality where like, okay, look, what happens if we actually try? And what I mean is like we actually properly scrimmed. We got a coach, Fireman. A really good coach, especially for teams that are starting off trying to learn the basics of Overwatch as a team. And yeah, Joe just decided, let's just give it our all, and he took the captain role, and yeah, that's what pushed us to finals last season.
Yeah. So obviously we made another final, and obviously we were heading up on the weekend, playing on Sunday. Anything looking forward to from LAN, or looking forward to seeing the other teams, or seeing colleagues and friends, or is it just going to be a case of focus on the game?
I think, for me, I didn't go to last year's LAN because I was ill with just a lot of bad stuff. So I think it's going to be like having the experience of going to a LAN is going to be like the main thing for me because I've never been.
Yeah, I remember last year it was that was probably my first LAN as well, and it was amazing. There's so many lights, and when I saw the team names from different colleges, from different teams on the big banners, and I thought, wow, what's the Owls going to look like? And it looked amazing. And we took a photo, and it's in the college room now, and just seeing our stand with the players in front, and just it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So I can't wait till Sunday to see it again, take more photos, obviously, and really just to inspire the next generation, next year's students, thinking, look, we made 2 finals, and again, hopefully, touch wood, we bring something back with us. Touch wood, fingers crossed. But it's a case of just play your best, and the fact that new students are joining us at the college are taking up Overwatch and Rocket League and Valorant, to be honest. It's really good. It's really, really good.
For me, I'm looking forward to just playing on stage again in front of a crowd. Yeah. I've been watching Overwatch League. I've been a big fan of the professional scene for a while, and getting to see them play on stage, that's amazing. And to have that opportunity to do that in the British esports, playing on stage in front of a crowd, playing a game that you're passionate about, it's great. It's a great opportunity.
I think because obviously when the league started back in October, something like that, and I think October until June is like a long time. And I remember saying to Neil, we just started October, we've won our first couple of games, we've got such a long way to go, but it's flown by, isn't it? Absolutely flown by.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously as the months have gone by, the teams have been getting harder, and obviously coming down to the last 8, you could say, it gets quite tough, obviously, and pressure's on, I suppose, isn't it? So it's just making sure that you can contain the pressure, even if you're massive favourites, still treat the team as if they're it's team on paper.
Still like an actual opponent and not just taking the piss.
Yeah. So
this season, for the Overwatch, I'm not sure about any other games in British esports, but they introduced a new style of bracket, a new format. Sorry.
Yeah.
And this format I really like because it gives the opportunity to in playoffs to play everyone. It's not just 2 sides of the bracket and whoever wins on either side goes to finals. So you really do get to play everyone, pretty much, especially everyone that's in the top 8, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I was really happy about this season so far, was that we went through the entire playoff bracket and we didn't drop a single map so far.
Yeah.
And that's what made me quite excited for this fight, is that we know that we have that kind of what's called momentum going into finals now.
I do like what they've done this year at British Sports, because they put different divisions in, nationals, Division 1, Division 2, so everyone gets a chance to be in a final, gets to win something, so it gives everyone a momentum that if you're a team and you've lost your first 3 games, that could be the season over, and you're still in October. But if you go into Division 2, you start facing teams that you can sort of maybe beat, and gives you a bit more momentum, so that's good. So we'll obviously, for me and Neil personally, it's going to be very strange next year, because we are going to lose around Riggers, probably 4. Probably 3 or 4 players of the team.
Kane said they're not going to be playing as well.
Yeah, as well. So Kane as well. So it's just going to be Lemon. So you have to build a team around Lemon now.
I think Riggers is still around though.
Riggers will be around.
Yeah, he might still be around.
Yeah, depends what Paul says.
Yeah, if he fails this year, and then
he should be fine though. He's been doing well this year.
yeah, he should be fine.
Academically, he's been doing well.
So
but yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, and obviously we've got players coming up who we've got obviously Morgan, we've got Ellis coming forward who might get into Team 2 next year. No, not joking, but they might get into Team 1. But it all depends on who the students are. So if we got someone who's a 4.5k, you're in.
Yeah.
That's everything. But but it all depends on the drafts and so on, who wants to sign up for games. So no, but it's going to be weird not seeing like some Dominus, Ace, False, Fine Plant, all these people together. So it's going to be quite strange.
With these core players, like we've been playing for a while, but I think most people, like especially with the GCS brand or just like the college in general, I don't think they look at us like, okay, why do we try so hard? Why are we so invested in esports? The environment we're in, it's so competitive. Like it kind of feels like you're in an esports college half the time.
Yeah.
Because, but like it's great because the environment you're in, like everyone's competing for it. It's so easy to be motivated to try your best, and we have been for the past at least 2 years.
Yeah.
To 2 years, we stepped it up a level, and that's probably why we've seen success, especially with the Overwatch team. Is just because the environment we created. There's so many Overwatch players that really wanted to get into Team 1, and for people that were playing for Team 1, that we had to try our best because we knew the Team 2 players wanted our position, and it's great having that in a team. That where like the pressure's constantly on you to perform.
That's very true.
I think other colleges probably don't have that. They're probably like, they're trying too hard. They have nothing else to do, stuff like that. It's like it's not. That's the environment we're in.
I think the fact that everyone pushes, like you said, everyone pushes each other. Obviously, because we're a college team, obviously you've got to make sure your studies are that you do your course first, obviously. But it's like to be on the course, you've got to make sure you do well on the course. As part of the team, so you've got to be good on your course. If you're behind on assignments, then you can't play. So it sort of drives you on again. Oh my god, I love this game. Almost to the point you don't want to leave your teammates down. So I think the fact that by having the teams does improve people, because you're playing for the team. You don't let the teammates down. So you do your work to make sure you can play on the team. So it is that it is good like that, because it gets the best out of everyone as well. Then. I'm just looking forward now. Can't wait. It'd be good for obviously the whole trip up to Nottingham. Staying overnight bit, so you get to see the facilities the day before. So it's going to be a great couple of days up there. So I'll be tweeting flat out. Well, not too much obviously, because Neil will just have a go at me. But I'll be tweeting about between 5 and 6, maybe something like that, for the entire day. It should be a really good day. And any other bits you want to talk about, guys? About the journey?
Excited finals.
Yeah. No, it should be good.
I guess we can talk about like team we're playing.
To be fair, it's if you talk about the teams up against that we've been against, obviously you talk about the GCSLs, but you talk about things like Western, you talk about KOM, Queen Mary's, and you talk about Farnborough, you talk about Crosshairs and so on. So there's a lot of good teams out there. There's obviously loads of other teams out there. And I was looking through Farnborough's Twitter, and one of their posts, they got the trophies. So they're a very good team. They're very good college, to be honest, very good college team, and have been successful. Obviously, just hope they don't take another one home Sunday. But any players of note from them?
I think it's like their entire team is like all their team is extremely strong. It's just we know that their main issue is like their synergy, because a lot of them don't, like, they're all great players individually. It's just they aren't as connected as us, so their synergy is sometimes not as strong as ours, which is why we can win a lot of like the brawls compared to like them.
Yeah, so obviously we don't give too many tactics to Farnborough, but if you're watching Farnborough, thanks for make sure you like this comment and stuff. But they obviously are good, because they wouldn't have made it to the finals. And every time I look on the finals, they're always there. They're always got some. I think they got a couple of teams up in Nottingham this year, so it will be good to see them. And it's always good to see the players there. So obviously, like last year, KOM. And you had like the likes of Netty, Blandy, and you had what was the other players they had? Chambo. And when you get to meet them again, right, okay, they're just like normal people, and they're just and on the day obviously you play against them and you have to beat them, but after the game it's nice just to have a chat to them as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So. So are you looking forward to the game, Justin? All good?
Yeah. Farnborough, good team. We've played them in the playoff bracket, I believe.
Yeah,
that was on the other patch, and the last meta kind of relied on a lot of macro and ultimate understanding.
Yeah.
And that's probably where we saw success last meta. But like this, even though that game was a 3-0 to us. It might not be the same finals, because it's a different meta. New heroes will be played; they won't be the same. But hopefully, even though it's a different meta, hopefully the result was still the same.
So one thing I'm definitely looking forward, guys. Obviously, I won't be able to watch it because I'd be far too nervous. I don't know how the hell you do it, but I will be taking photos. And I'm just hoping that you just play your best. Now, that's the main thing to anyone watching as well. When you do get to a final or any sort of semi-final, quarter-final, as long as you try your best, then you can't really do any more, really, to be honest. So the fact we've got to the final is a huge achievement, and everyone will be rooting for you. I think they're setting up a Discord channel on the hours.
Going on.
So like a watch party, that'd be cool.
Yeah, big watch party going on. I think there's like 15-20 people in the watch party.
It's not bad. But I'm sure we'll have a good time, and make some good memories when we're up there. So coming to just looking at the time. Any last comments, guys, before we get ready for the final?
Just looking forward to it. Can't wait to play on CGM.
Yeah, should be good. So that we just can't believe we've just spoken for 20 minutes there. Just to wrap up that edition of the Hoot. Thanks to Ace and Ross for joining me. We'll be keeping people updated on socials over the weekend. Obviously on Twitter and Instagram, and hopefully from TikToks and YouTube Shorts as well. So thanks for joining me, guys, and good luck in the final.
Cheers, thank you.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.